Now, the question I want to ask Biafra is that the only two persons, at least the information that is publicly available to us, okay, not the one that is secret, but the one that is publicly available, I'm going to address here. The information available to us is that Kanu Takano is aware, or was aware, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had problem for 8 good days. Your brother was abducted, and you know. And then he told the secretary that she should not tell anybody. Now, the secretary, of course, did tell after the news broke. So the secretary also did not tell anybody according to the directive of Kanu Takano until Nigeria government announces that they have captured Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So she followed the directive of Kanu Takano. Now, I want you people to understand where things went wrong. Now, DOS invited Kanu Takano, and he also lied. The information is there in the public. Tichinah Sanwo-Olu have made comment on that. He lied, which prompted them to go to Radio Biafra and address him. And, and when they were addressing him, you will notice that they put emphasis on he cannot hijack the IPOB in the absence of brother. Now, the question I want to ask Biafra, why I am doing what I'm doing now is for Biafra to understand why I am taking some certain actions and doing some certain things. Now, this same person who did not want that everybody, if not even the high rank, if not even the highest office, like he want to protect them today. Because when you listen to him, he say, I stand with DOS, I stand with this is the chicken, is that chicken. But the same person, the leader of IPOB, was abducted, kidnapped in Kenya, and he kept the people he want to work with now, or he want to start with now, in the dark. Do you understand me? Because he think, or probably thinking, that he's going to be killed, that his brother will be killed in Kenya, so that nobody will know about it. Now, because now I'm going to be making a very strong statement, starting, going forward, for people to understand where the problem, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, this Kanu Takano that you saw calling me idiot on some program is now telling people that he is going to stand with the DOS, that the DOS invited him to tell them about what he knew. He said everything is fine. He told DOS that everything is fine. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fine, that he's just having rest or whatever. And then all of a sudden the news, because he thought he was going to be killed. Now, if you ask them, why did you not make it public that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped? We are not saying that. I'm not accusing anybody for collaborating, for the abduction, okay? But I am now accusing certain people for the taking advantage of the ordeal of our leader to perpetrate evil. Now, if you know that our leader has been abducted, why did you now make it secret? Why did you not want to tell the information or leak the information to the DOS, the people you trust now, the people you say they are the highest rank after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the people you say you have now come to stand with? Why did you not tell them that, come, the person that is after him is you, have now problem in Kenya? What do we do? But of course, they are not going to think about that. I'm going to make a position on this particular topic later on. So, how can we now trust that somebody who has made this kind of very absurd judgment, very absurd decision, not to tell anybody or reveal that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had problem in Kenya, is now responsible for the legal team, which also vindicated me? I have been shouting that DOS have nothing to offer. When they tell you something is going on the ground, it's rubbish. Am I not vindicated? So if he is the one that is in charge of the legal team, like he said, what is then the DOS doing? Nothing. Because I know. That is why I am telling you people, what you don't know is bigger than you. What you don't know is bigger. When I am shouting, something is making me to shout. Now, how do you trust somebody? Forget about that he's the brother or not. It is not in the Bible, even brother sold brother. So we know that. But how can a brother who made this kind of very, very stupid and a worrisome decision, where somebody who is a very high profile individual like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was captured? You have that first-hand information. You did not reveal the information to the highest authority after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until Nigeria government disgraced and insulted us. The highest insult to Biafra is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was captured for 8 days. And some people knew, they didn't say it because they thought he was going to be killed. Only for that person to come out now and tell you that he is standing with DOS. So why did he not stand with DOS when the information was passed to him that our leader was kidnapped? In fact, let me tell you, passing the information is just a understatement. He knew that he was abducted in Kenya. It was not because of the information the Caroline gave to him. He knew from his actions, body language. He knew the same way Caroline knew that he was abducted. He knew. So when Paranoid passed that message to him, the way he behaved and the way he tried to rob the whole thing, a whole Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that person is coming today, going from one platform to another, telling you how he wants to work with DOS. Now, let me tell you, he has succeeded because the DOS could not stand, they can't stand the heat. When you are built with lies and criminality, you can't stand because you are always afraid of where the next thing is coming from. So they can't talk. Chike Doziem can no longer talk. This one, he come on the January to talk, will be talking rubbish. Kanu Ntakanu is in control of them, and that is why we will continue to do what we are doing to make sure we put them in a very big disarray that they will do what they don't want to do for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whether they like it or not. Because if they succeed in taking our platform like they wanted to do, by now we'll be struggling to build the platform and ask people to listen to us. But they didn't succeed in doing that. So when I do what I'm doing, people think I am betraying. Betraying to get what? I don't know what I'm going to get to betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If what I'm doing is wrong, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, I'm going to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because he trusts me to some extent. He trusts me to some extent. That was why upon all the broadcasters, he wants me to be the one that hosts the historic alliance between Ambazonia. Upon all the broadcasters, he was the one that told me to broadcast on Radio Biafra. And let me review one thing to you today. While I was busy telling people that I was giving slot to broadcast on Radio Biafra, some people in the legal team that went to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was congratulating me for my new role of Radio Biafra director. I have not said this anywhere.
Wow.
Some people in the legal team that went to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave that directive for me to broadcast Radio Biafra was congratulating me for director of Radio Biafra.
Wow.
While I came and said I was given a slot. So I want everybody to go and say, because you see, let me tell you, when they come out on Radio Biafra and say that I demanded for Radio Biafra to hand it over to me, nothing of such come from me. And I have the record. But you know what? They have the information I don't have.
So in other words, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew that Radio Biafra was going to be infiltrated and hijacked.
He knew.
What? Unbelievable.
Listen, let me tell you. I know, you see, I know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know him too well, but believe me, I am not an ordinary person. I know him somehow. He will look at you. Some of his decisions may not be 100% good, may not be 100% right, but believe me, he will look at you and he would sense what you stand for. Sometimes he may be wrong, but most times he has been right. So let me tell you one thing again. When Kanunta said that I was the one who told him that that Lumumba is a politician and is going to stand with Kenya and all that.
That is